my name is Jade.
My name is Jade.
Nice to meet y'all. All right, so pretty much, first, before we get started, where are y'all from?
Turkey.
Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, you're
We're
visiting?
sisters.
Oh, nice.
We're living here.
Y'all living here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, congrats. How'd y'all like it here?
It's okay. Like, we've been living in Houston before.
Okay.
Yeah, I just graduated and started the job here.
Okay.
I just started the university here.
Right on. Compared to back home, how are the people here? How different are they, personality-wise or whatnot?
More open and friendly. Not too fear to talk to each other.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Right?
Oh, that's interesting because actually, what is your point of view of what I'm about to say? I grew up in a very a ghetto place here. I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much I grew up that, and a lot of folks think a certain way. So I grew up thinking that people were actually very rude, very mean, and I thought it was like that on a lot, like a big percentage as well. And it wasn't. So I first started leaving that area and start coming more out here that I found out like, whoa, people are different. Do you think things actually? What's your point of view? Do you think things actually like that?
I mean, like in our country, it's like if you know that people or person like or that neighborhood and stuff, they're more nice. But if you go out, like you see like people are really like not friendly or like can be rude or something if you don't know you, or if you don't know them, like you don't want to talk to them or like you're just like suspicious about them and stuff. But in here, even you don't know them, like they can smile at you and they can ask random questions, they can like compliment like randomly and you say, oh, thank you and stuff. Like it's just like made your day.
Yeah.
And it's in here, not in my country.
Wow, that's crazy. Because definitely, like I said, the whole point of view, it's something that I really like the viewers to know on how things are. So this is amazing. So why I want to ask her and then you, why do you think that is that people in Turkey act that way?
Neden sence Türkiye'dekiler bu şekilde davranıyorlar ve buradakiler bu şekilde davranıyorlar?
Şöyle ki, Türkiye'de biraz daha bir geleneksel var ve insanların yabancılarla konuşması biraz daha farklı algılanabiliyor. Ya da kaba hareket olarak görülüyor. Ama insanlar işte sabah seni böyle günaydın diyorlar, daha iyi gibi smile yapabiliyorlar. Ama Türkiye'de biraz daha böyle kaba ve soğuk.
Okay. She's saying basically like you have a like more traditional point of view, like when you grow up as a kid, like all mothers and daughters, like the dads like telling you don't talk to strangers and don't smile or don't go away, like just play like in the front of home and like if you know them you can talk to them, if you don't know like just don't talk to them and stuff. That's like it's more like cold people or like not really friendly. If they're a stranger they can like hurt you or stuff, like they can do like good things or bad things to you. So if you know that, that's why like when you grow up, like if someone talks to you or try to talk to you, like why are you talking to me, you're a stranger, like you don't know me and stuff. So she's saying that, yeah.
Bir de Türkiye'de şöyle bir şey var. Hani insanlar sürekli başkalarıyla etkileştirmeye çalışıyor. Burada herkesin eşit şartlarda ve eşit olduğu için. Mesela buranın başkanının gibi küçük beyaz saray ne kadar küçük biz biliyoruz yani. Ama Türkiye'de o şekilde değil yani. Birçok yüksek tabaka var ve çok ezilen tabaka var. Ama burada Türkiye'de hani insanlar biraz daha birbirlerine hayatı kolaylaştırmaya çalışıyorlar. Orada etkileştirmeye çalışıyorlar çok.
Okay, she's saying in Turkey, like there's like really big difference between the social groups, like in the society, like it's because like the socioeconomic standards and stuff. Like there's like really rich people and like really poor people. Like they cannot get everything or like even food or whatever.
Oh, wow.
So like if you wear like really fashionable or like the like good brands and stuff, like people like acting like you're like you're okay and stuff. But if you don't, if you have like different style or different perspective or different like kind of pleasures and stuff, like they're saying like, oh, okay, you're not like really cool, or like they're just like try to, oh, you're different, so you're not with us. You cannot sit with us because you're different. If you're like really high, good standards and stuff, oh, okay, you're good. But yeah.
About that, like I feel like there's of course, everywhere you're gonna find people like that. And one thing that the folks that I seem to hang out with that are doing very well, I love how they're always open to teach folks, bring them up to their level. So that's something I don't see at Turkey as much.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very interesting. Wow, it seems so taboo.
Exactly. I mean, I'm living here for 5 years, and she just came in this summer, so she can see like the big difference like more obviously, because like I'm going to summer to Turkey, and like I'm just being with my family and my friends. But I mean, in here, like people are respected. In Turkey, they don't. Like if you're like them, they can respect you. They can like accept you. But if you don't, they cannot accept you. They're just like, you're different, so you're weird. Like they're like easily bullying you or like just push you away. But in here, like more likely, like they're like accepting you. They're saying like, oh, okay, why not? Like let's meet and like, what are your culture and stuff? They can like talk to you easily. They can accept you easily. Because like in here, there's like a bunch of different people, a bunch of different cultures, really big diversity. So like people learn how to live it together.
Yeah.
But in Turkey, you don't know that.
Wow.
If you're not looking like me, if you're not dressing like me, if you're not thinking like me, or practicing religion, or like practicing your belief like me, people are just scared. Yeah, like we don't have the really freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of thought. Like we don't have that in Turkey. So in here, like people can think everything, and they're just free, you know, like to say what they think. And if it's not fit, it's okay. We can still talk. We don't fight, or we don't like say bad things to each other. We can talk still. But in Turkey, if we are not thinking in the same way, we just like an enemy. Like we don't want to see each other and stuff.
So that being the way it is, I'm pretty sure because y'all are very open, y'all totally different. At what age did y'all notice that, you know what, I'm not like these people? At what age?
Hangi yaşta bunu fark ettin? Yani bu insanlar mesela Türkiye'de yaşadığını kapalı şeyden. Ben kaç yaşındayken ya evet ben bu insanlar gibi değilim. Ne zaman dedim? Kaç yaşındaydın mesela? Okay, it's like it's kind of little differences in here because our family is really, they're more open-minded. They taught us like, okay, like you can accept like different personalities, different person. You can be friends with different like the people with the different ideas. So like that's why like maybe we realized like more earlier this thing, because like our society is not, our community is not like that. But we realize like our family is different, so we're different. So we're not like these people. So our father like told us like just go to the world, like see the world, meet the new people, and like discover new things and new beliefs, like read everything, like listen to everything, and that like pick what is good for you or favorite for you. So that's why like maybe 15 when we start the high school, because we're both like the social studies. So we read really a lot of books in different cultures, like the classics, like from all over the world and stuff. So different music, different type of movies and TV shows. Like before we came here, like we know already like about America, like a lot of things and about the culture and stuff. But like, for example, like this really small things, but in the Starbucks, like in Turkey, if you're going to Starbucks, it means you're rich and you're like of the high socioeconomic standards. But in here, like everyone can get a coffee from the Starbucks. It's a really normal thing. Like you don't have to like put your makeup or like the dress up to come here or something. But in Turkey, it's like more like limited social environment. Like if you're going there, you need to like dress up, and like you're going there because you're like high quality, and like I'm staying here, so I'm know, like better than you and stuff. This kind of thing. So, I mean, yeah, if you were really young, you realize like you're not fit in this thing.
So being here, you'll definitely feel way more at ease and more of like, this is how it should be.
Exactly.
Wow. See, I love this because, and I love the fact that y'all were so open to this idea, and I really appreciate it because, for example, like I said, the reason that I really want to do this is there's a lot of simple stuff that folks won't know if you don't communicate. There's a lot you don't know. You can be walking down the street, and the person that passes by you, you don't know what they have in store. You don't know what they can provide for you or whatever. But if you have like an ego and you don't, like I'm saying, and you just have no idea. It's just, and it's wonderful. I love the fact that folks can communicate because I feel the way the cultures and certain things is like with certain social media and stuff, you're conditioned a certain way, and I feel like nowadays folks are more like a robotic heart and mind and don't have all this compassion for human and stuff, and I really know, I feel like there's a whole vibration out here, a whole force of like it's always been like a good and bad. But I feel like there's a strong force of just folks just really trying to change and bring more awareness. And I told myself, I'd like that for the world. I'd love to be the drop of water creating the ripple effect. Mm-hmm. But I must start with myself. And that was my journey. My journey of changing myself because I reached the point where I was sick and tired of how many results I was having. And I'm a huge believer that everything you do in life, it's a habit. And you have what you have because of those habits. So I told myself, I'm not happy with that. I'm like, no. So I have to literally start changing it. Because certain things that my grandparents learned, they taught that down to my parents. My parents either taught more or continued the same habits and brought it down to me. And that wasn't giving me the results I needed. So this is my search for going out there and getting more information and just the fact that just communicate with other people. It's just, for me, I love that. It warms my heart so much right now because I grew up with a whole different mentality. In the area that I live in, folks are not too open at all. And it's so crazy that all I have to do is drive 2 minutes, maybe down a couple miles. Everything's different. Yeah. And I don't know if y'all driven much around Dallas, but it's crazy how y'all can see very small houses, and then see big mansions and everything just down the street, and everything changes. I love that. It's very diverse.
Yeah, it's really diverse.
Wow. So, is there any certain thing that you would like to speak of maybe a certain events that happened in your lives that was really beneficial to y'all, and y'all feel that there's folks that go through the same thing, and maybe speaking about this can help them out?
Like, can you give an example when you explain to her?
Okay, let's see. The same like me that I look at folks and I notice certain habits that a lot of people seem to happen to do, and I know that I was able to break out of that. So in the case, I like breaking it down, the things I did to be able to break out of that so that people can do the same. So is there something, it doesn't have to be here in the United States, maybe back in Turkey, like a certain thing of like, I noticed that I was different from them and this is what I did to change and be different.
Okay. Diyor ki mesela hani hep alışkanlıklardan geliyor, hani işte dedenden, annemden sana hani bu şekilde gelen bir alışkanlıklar silsilesi var ve bu seni oluşturuyor. Ama sen sonra bir süre sonra fark ediyorsun ki ben bunun dışında çıkabilirim. Hani o mesela herhangi bir experience'ın var mı bu konuda? Hani mesela ben bunun üstüne çıkabilirim deyip ya da seni bu konuda push yapan herhangi bir şey. Hani hiç böyle bir şey yaşadınız mı? Diyor. Hani burada olmak zorunda değil ya da burada da olabilir. Mesela sen buraya geldin Türkiye'den. Ve orada hani bir habitin vardı, bir belli bir şeyin vardı, yaşam şeklin vardı. Ama burada mesela hani bunun farklısını da yapabilir. Mesela işte kıyafetin olabilir ya da işte insanlarla konuşman olabilir, hani korkuların olabilir, işte bu tür şeyler.
Yani bizim ailelerin açıklık olduğu için bize çok üstüne çıkmadığı bir zaten yetmeyeceğini o alanımızı sağladığı için. Ama onun dışında Türkiye'de bize insanların kıyafetine göre yargılan. Mesela sen belli bir kıyafetin giysen gece bir saatte dışarı çıkamazsın ya da kadar çok güzel olayların olmuyor ama burada biraz daha farklı işliyor. İnsanlar daha özgürlüğünü yapıyor çünkü rahatsız edici bir şey yapmıyor burada insanlar. O olabilir ama onun dışında ailemizin üstüne çıkması gereken çok bir şey olmuyor.
okay, she's saying like it's because of our families, because we have like the really healthy environment as a family. So like we didn't need like really okay, we need to break out and like go to other stuff. So I mean, we were like really in a good environment, and like we can see like all type of people, and like we didn't scare of them, and or like we didn't judge them like,
wow, that's beautiful.
like, oh, so you're wearing this, so you're not like us and stuff. So we didn't grow up like that. That's why like it's okay to like to talk to people or discover new things, discover new people and stuff. So I mean, we didn't need that to break up that rules or that like certain habits and stuff. But I mean, okay, for her, like she's saying, it's like, for example, in Turkey, like if you like being like that, you cannot like go out by yourself like in the night or stuff. Like people can hurt you and do bad things and stuff. But in here, like you can wear whatever you want and you can go wherever you want, and like people don't like. I mean, not all of them. Of course, like the bad people is everywhere, but like not all of them. Like you can, if you like pick the like really good places, you can go out. Like you can wear whatever you want. I mean, no one can judge you, or like at least like most of the people don't judge you in here because of your clothes or because of your like appearance or whatever. You can like practice your religion. You can practice your culture. You can wear cultural dresses or whatever. Like people don't like look at you, they're like they are judging you. They're looking at you because you're different, and they're just saying like, oh, you look so nice and stuff. Like it's really different things for us, because like I came here first, like, and some lady like told me like, oh, you know what, like you're not look like a white girl or like the other like the Hispanic or like the other people. You look like really different, and you're so beautiful. I was like, why are you telling me that? Like, but like after that, like I got used to it, and I can say to other person to that, like, oh, you know what? I like your hair. It's really a normal thing in here. So like,
and it's so healthy.
Exactly, it's so healthy. It's so healthy. I mean, for me, like I'm a teacher. I started this year to teach.
Congratulations.
And, yeah, thank you. And we can see like we graduated in high school in Turkey, and then I came here for the university, and I can see the different thing in education system. Like in here, like you're letting them know that yourself. Like, I mean, at least I'm trying to do it. Like
nice.
I am asking them, what do you want to do? What way do you want to do this project? Like, what is your thought? Like put your thoughts, put your ideas, and
not just to follow.
Exactly. There's no like exact right or wrong in here.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, you can make mistakes. Then like you can learn from that mistakes. But in Turkey, like you cannot do mistakes. If you don't do mistakes, like people are just like, okay, you're doing mistakes, so you're not with us. Like that's why like I like here, like to teach and like being here, like living here. Yeah, maybe like I'm trying to like more. Okay, they're putting their legs in the best in the schools and stuff. It doesn't mean like they don't respect you. They're just like, this is who she or he is. Like he's just like feeling comfortable like that, and he's just staying like that. But in Turkey you cannot do it, because like the teacher told you like, oh, you're disrespecting to me, like misbehaving or whatever. Like you can see like that difference like really easily if you're coming from a different culture. So I'm just it's like a journey in our lives. Like every day we are learning different things and new things, and we're just like trying to change ourselves. If we change ourselves, we can change the world.
Yes.
Basically, like,
yeah. That's beautiful. I love that you know the same the mindset, and I love the fact that the way you're teaching, because a lot of folks and a lot of the way that the whole schooling goes, it's you're taught to follow, and the reason why I feel a lot of folks in America actually they're unhappy is there's a freedom to do what you want, but you're conditioned a certain way. You start thinking a certain way. So because you're taught to follow, you never bring out the curiosity, the creative side, the real you. Because at a young age, you're taught to stop that. You need to do this. You follow that, and you put everything to pause. And I love the fact that you're really pushing to be who you are, because folks these days, a lot of folks don't practice that, and that's where I'm coming from, and I just really love that. And coming back to the I'm very happy of just being able to speak is like this here. I've never known this. If I went and asked you a question, and I think when it comes to fear, there's a lot of folks that have fear, just as simple as trying to communicate. For the longest, that was my thing, and there's just so much left out in its state out there. So let me have your point of view of the importance of just being able to speak out and not having fear. Okay, that and or did you ever have that problem?
Diyor ki hani korku, hani iletişim kurma korkusu ya da herhangi bir şeyden korku. Hani bu bir konuda hakkında ne düşünüyorsun? Bir de hiç başına geldi mi? Yani sen böyle bir hissettin. Yani herhangi bir yerde, Türkiye'de olsun, burada olsun, hani o korkun oldu ve sonra da hani bunu bir şekilde açtın mı? Bir şekilde farklı bir şey yaşadın mı bu konuyla ilgili? Ya da öğretilmiş bir korku ama aslında ben korkmuyorum ya, bundan korkmama gerek yok, hani ben bunu tamamen öğretilmiş dediğim şey oldu.
Ben sordum hani Türkiye'de ünlü birisi olduğunda da böyle çok famous birisi olduğunda yanına gitmekte çekiniyor oluyor ya insanlar. Hani belki öyle bir şey olabilir ama insanla biz de burada oturuyoruz, biz onunla konuşabiliriz. Hani bunu düşününce hani yapılabilecek bir şey.
Ek olarak aslında bir kenara bıraktım.
Sonuçta burada bizimle kahve içiyor olabiliriz. Çok güzel ve arkadaşlarımız var.
Okay, she's saying she's saying to like you, like the fear, like it's just like someone taught us that fear, like the communication or the other things, like some materials or like the abstract things, like you can just feel fear, like talk to people or like have communication or like the new learn new things. Like for example, like in our family, like if you not our maybe mother or father, but if you see like the grandparents and stuff, they're just like they don't want to learn like new things because they don't want to change their habits, they don't want to change their life, they're scared of the changing. They don't want to change their homes and they don't want to change their like the latest life. So it's like if you put your ego away, you can see like for example the famous people. She's saying like if you saw the famous people like in Turkey, in our country, like you cannot, I mean, they're kind of got like, oh, they're famous so we can not talk, like they're just like not like us and stuff. Like it's kind of that perspective that the other people gave you. But in here, like they're just like us, like normal people, like you're like us and you're like you, like you're having coffee, we're just talking, we are thinking, we have the life that we had before and right now we're having and try to getting from the life, like from our mistakes or like the truths and stuff. So she's saying like we didn't have that much fear to talk or communicate people, but we were like more shy and like we don't want to like say our thoughts, like okay, like if the majority saying something, oh okay, we can, I mean we don't want to have trouble, so okay, I'm not thinking like that, but I'm not gonna say anything. Basically, we were like that.
Yani mesela şu an korktuğumuz şey Türkiye'de konuşamıyoruz mesela. Çünkü eğer bir insan senin gibi düşünüyorsa sana olumsuz şeyler yapabilir. Gerçekten Türkiye'de yani bizim için büyük bir korkuları Türkiye'de yaşayan
Okay. Right now we are having the really big problem as an experience. In Turkey, like very really terrible things happening as a political way. So right now, I mean, in here, like there's like really big Turkish community in here. They're living here, like Dallas or like all over the world. And we were like, if you saw Turkish people, if you don't know them, we don't wanna like talk Turkish. We don't want them to know us like that we are Turkish, because after we talk and stuff, like if you're not thinking like them, they can judge you and they can do really bad things to you.
Wow, that's how much they take that tradition to heart.
Exactly. So like that's why like for example we just like delete or deactivate our own social media account and stuff because we are not thinking like that. We are not like supporting that what's happening in Turkey, but we cannot talk about it because we are afraid for our families because they can do bad things to them. So it's like it's really big fear, and like in Turkey, in our country, in our culture, it's really big things like the fear and like the mothers just teaching their kids like, oh, okay, I'm gonna tell your dad that you are doing that. Like trying to like the big authority, and they are trying to make you fear them. This is the big picture in our culture, and it's really bothering us because like you cannot talk, you cannot tell what you're thinking. You cannot do what you want. You cannot be yourself. I mean, if the majority saying that this is true, or you need to think like that, or try to like put that idea to your mind, you need to accept that. You cannot like go and break up, like like okay, I'm not gonna do it. You cannot tell that. So, I mean, right now it's like really violence. Really bad things, like people are just dying and stuff, so it's just really scared for us because like every day like we're just trying to reach our families and like see they're okay, see they can find food and stuff. We're trying to send them money and like take care of them and stuff, but I mean they're just scared. We cannot even talk to phone about that because they're just listening and like they're controlling and checking and following and whatever, so it's really like they don't have really guarantee of life. So it's the fear thing it's really going bad. Like when we are a kid, like in our home, we don't have fear that much. Like because like our mother and father, they're just like they didn't teach us the fear, like they didn't tell us like, oh okay, don't go there. If you go there you're gonna get hurt and stuff. Like I wanna touch the fire. My dad like let me touch that fire, then you can learn it's gonna burn you. Like he didn't choose the way like okay don't touch it, you are gonna burn, like just like make that fear. But right now we feel that fear like really deeply because the other people, and because we cannot talk about that, we cannot say our thoughts, and we cannot say like oh no, you know what, this is wrong. We cannot say that. If you're saying that, you're just or you're going to jail, or you're getting the torture from the government and whatever. So it's really bad situation in Turkey.
Wow, and that's very, very deep. And I thank you so much for opening up and saying that, and yet again, just for everything, just thank you so much. Because as for me, and for the folks, this is certain things that, especially the last part you were speaking about that. People don't know it's not on television. It's not that, and it's just something that, yet again, through communication, people are aware. And I just really, really appreciate you for that. And just it means so much. And just congratulations for everything. And keep being that person you are, and just own it.
Thank you so much.